All right, so AI predicting your future, right? Not just like what you should binge watch next, but like big life stuff.
Yeah, it's a whole different ballgame. We're talking about AI models that can analyze just massive amounts of data, way more than any person ever could.
Like these models, they're reading everything all the time. That's kind of what our source said, that they could pick up on these patterns, predict trends and behaviors, even like personal decisions, which I gotta say, that's the part that has me both incredibly curious and a little freaked out.
It's definitely pushing the boundary. I mean, think about it. Google Notebook LM, that's one example. It's like having this incredibly smart research assistant who can process information on a scale we can barely comprehend.
Okay, so less about robots taking over the world and more about algorithms getting really, really good at understanding us.
Yeah.
But how does that actually work? How do they go from data points to like knowing what sneakers I'll buy before I even do?
Okay, so let's break it down. We've got trends, behaviors, decisions, three different levels of prediction, right? Trends, that's what we're seeing already. AI looking at social media, shopping patterns, all that, to figure out what's going to be big next.
So like instead of me frantically searching for those, what were they, those chunky sneakers, AI could tell companies to make more.
Exactly. They could spot those emerging preferences way early on.
Smart business.
Yeah.
Okay, but then there's predicting how individuals behave. That feels different, you
Well,
know?
it's getting more personal. Now we're talking about AI looking at your online activity, what you buy, even where you go, and using that to predict things like what you're likely to click on, what you're going to buy next, maybe even where you'll travel.
Okay, so maybe they get my online shopping habits right, but predicting my career path or who I'll end up with.
Yeah.
It's a whole other level of whoa. And that's where personal decisions come in, right?
That's where it gets really interesting. Imagine AI having access to not just your online stuff, but your health records, your social interactions, even your genetic data.
Wait, hold on. My genetic data, like the stuff that makes me, me.
Exactly. The unique blueprint inside your cells. AI could potentially analyze that along with everything else and start to predict things like, oh, you might be predisposed to this health issue, or this is the kind of career you'd be really good at, or even this is the type of person you're most compatible with.
Okay, you've officially blown my mind. So we've gone from predicting what I'll buy on Amazon to basically having a crystal ball for my life.
In a way, yes. And our source pointed out that some of this isn't even that far off, especially when you look at things like predictive healthcare and personalized content.
All right, so break it down for me. What exactly is predictive healthcare? Are we talking robot doctors now?
Not robots, no. But imagine this. AI takes all that data we were just talking about, especially your medical history, and uses it to predict potential health risks before you even have symptoms. It could revolutionize early intervention and preventative care.
So instead of just treating illnesses, we could actually get ahead of them. That's kind of amazing. Okay, and what about this personalized content thing?
Think about your newsfeed, your streaming recommendations, even the ads you see. Now imagine all of that tailored specifically to you based on what AI predicts you'll be most interested in.
So no more scrolling through endless options trying to find something to watch. I mean, on one hand, that sounds amazing. But on the other hand,
It's a lot of power to give an algorithm, right? And that's the question we all have to grapple with as AI gets more sophisticated.
it's a big one. So here it is for you listening. If AI could really predict your future, would you want to know? It's a question that'll definitely make you think twice about the choices we make today and how they might shape the future.
Absolutely. Because the future isn't predetermined. It's something we're all creating, one decision at a time. And understanding the power and the potential of AI, well, that's a pretty important part of that creation process.